what I've been getting a lot of on Al Gore's internet is, hey, what arcade stick should I get going into 2024? There is a lot of stuff that's out there, but I'm not too sure what I should get. Should I get an Amazon game? Why I say Amazon game? Should I get an Amazon arcade stick like the one that we talked about not too long ago? Should I get a Mayflash? Should I get this? Should I get that? I'm going to go on Al Gore's internet, where I met most of you guys at, and there I'm going to show you what you should and shouldn't get. And then also I'm going to show you some of the sites that you should go to so that you can get the best stuff you possibly can get for your arcade stick. Grab a cup of coffee, hold on to your butts, let's talk about it. As a matter of fact, the coffee's getting ready to be done over here. It is Al Gore's internet. All right. That coffee is really, really good. So let's start here with Amazon. Let's start with Amazon and see what we can find as far as arcade sticks go. I think this is where most people start, and it's like, yo, I want to go here to find an arcade stick. It's just really easy for me to do, but I don't see a lot of variety, right? We see the Quamba Titan. I think it's a great arcade stick. I did play with that one at Evo, so it's not one of those things I don't know. I do know, but I think the problem with a lot of the Quamba arcade sticks, unless you get their premium arcade stick, which is the Quamba Obsidian or Pearl. Well, it's the Obsidian. It's the Obsidian 2 right now. I don't think they have the Quamba Pearl 2 right now, but it doesn't allow for a lot of customization as far as like, hey, I want to put a design on my arcade stick. But with their Titan and the Quamba drone, if you want to put a design on that arcade stick, you're going to be in for a surprise. You won't be able to do that. Arcade sticks that are get best bang for your buck are probably going to be your Mayflash arcade sticks. However, the thing that you're going to run into is being able to play on other consoles. And from my experience and from some people that also have been playing, they said it doesn't work consistently. And here goes one that you guys haven't thought about. You have to plug in your controller into the arcade stick in order for it to work. So for you guys that were playing the Xbox One, you would have to plug it into this arcade stick right here, and then it plug the arcade stick into your device, and then it works. I'm like, yo, that's really interesting. You don't have to do that for PC, but for all your other peripherals or your consoles, you're gonna have to do that. The Hori PlayStation 5 Fighting Stick Alpha, nice arcade stick. You can put all sorts of stuff in there and mod it, put a nice little design over it. I'm not saying it's a cheap, obviously it's not a cheap arcade stick. However, it's made out of plastic. It doesn't have that same feel like the other Hori arcade sticks, like the Hori Kai. I think that's like my favorite arcade stick of all time in general. It's actually a really nice arcade stick. The 8-Bit Do, that's another good arcade stick, but you're gonna have to replace some parts because it's not perfect. If you're just trying to buy something and you're like, I need something right now, this might be the way to go. And by the way, they have a part 2 version of this arcade stick, and that might be something for you if you're just trying to be easy on your pockets, and you can upgrade as you go, and that arcade stick will grow with you if you treat it right. But get the second version of it. The second version, they have a black one and they have a white one. They also have this one, the Vitrix. That's a good arcade stick. If you're like, this is it, this is all I want to get, this is, you don't have to mod it. It's a very sturdy arcade stick. It is a tank. I think that's what Crazy said. It is a tank. It is a tank of an arcade stick. I would not take a dump on it. But again, modding, it's not really hard. It just, you know, hey, I can't put a design on it. Now, if you go to the site, they can engrave stuff on there for you. Or if you go to a con or a major, they can engrave stuff on it for you. But other than that, there's not a lot of customization you can do. Here it is, the 8-bit do. I want to say they have one that goes for the PlayStation 5, but I don't want to be misquoted here. Does the white one do the PlayStation 5 stuff? I'm not sure. It's looking like it only does the Xbox One and the Series X. However, you can get a Wingman if you really want to use it, and we'll get ready. We'll talk about that also. We'll talk about that also, so you guys can really go in there and see for yourself. Here goes another one. For another one of the May flashes. Again, great arcade stick. But, you know, you might want to look out for some of its flaws, which is plugging in another controller in order for it to use it. I'm not too sure about their new ones. They might have fixed that problem, but yeah. Unless you are playing Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6, it reads PlayStation 4 controllers. PlayStation 4 arcade sticks. I did that test with the Quamba drone. Yes, the Quamba drone does work on the PS5. Even the original Quamba drone, it depends on the game. It doesn't do all games, but it does quite a few games. And the reason why you want the Quamba drone 2 is because of the PlayStation pad. That one has the PlayStation pad. And if you're playing a lot of the PlayStation games that are on their streaming portion, like Virtua Fighter. There we go. Like Virtua Fighter, you're going to want that pad. So here goes one of the Mad Cat's latest sticks. In my opinion, I think they were pretty lazy with this arcade stick. But I think I'm going to get it and review it for you guys so you know. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend this one. Mad Cats have fallen so far away from the grace of God. I'm just saying. They have fallen so far away from the grace of God. This is the one that reviewed recently. I'm not too big of a fan of this one. It's really cheap. If you're into that and you're just like, I want an arcade stick and I want to see if this works for me, if arcade sticks are for me, yeah, go for it. But I would not get that. Does it work in your PC? Yeah, sure. Why not? Does it work on your PS5 if you're playing Street Fighter? Yeah, sure. Why not? But it doesn't really feel good in the hands. It does not feel good in the hands. But here, the Quamba Obsidian, if you're just like, hey, I want a premium arcade stick, and again, this is all my opinion. This is all about my experience that I've had with arcade sticks. My opinion is, if you're like, without a doubt, I need an arcade stick, and I want one that I can customize, I could put a design on, it's gonna get the job done. The Obsidian is the way to go. The Quamba Obsidian 2 is the way to go because you can customize it, you can put artwork on it, on all sorts of stuff. If you go to certain sites, it will allow you to do that. Let's start with Quamba. Quamba is a great company to get your arcade stick from. As we saw on Amazon, it was like $320 for the Obsidian right here. This is the one that I recommend from this company. If you're going to get an arcade stick from them, don't get the small thing. Go ahead and get your Obsidian 2. You can customize it with artwork. You can change your buttons. You can change your lever. My only issue with it, it's an event to customize that arcade stick right there. And there's nothing wrong with making an event. It's fun doing that type of stuff, but that's the one that I recommend. The Titan and the drone, you can't put custom artwork in there. And if you do, I'll leave it at you don't want to do that, okay? They have the Q8 GR. That's another nice one. It lights up and does some cool things. But again, I do not recommend those arcade sticks. Now, Here goes a good thing. I don't think they're selling them anymore. They want you to focus on their new products. But if you can go on eBay and get you a Quamba Dragon, is it the Quamba Crystal, and some of their other arcade sticks, I would recommend those ones, because guess what you can do? Either A, you can get you a Wingman, the little adapter, or, like I said, Street Fighter accepts the PlayStation 4 arcade sticks when playing that game. So I'm just saying. So that's a good one. The Victrix, this is the one a lot of people just like swear by, and like, of course you will. You don't want to feel like you have buyer's remorse. This bad boy is about $400. This is the Gucci fight sticks, if you want to say that. They also sell controllers. If you are a controller person, that might be another option for you. But let's just go with their basic PlayStation 4, 5, $399.99. It makes you feel a little bit better that it's only $399.99 and not a full-on $400. I have nothing but good things to say about this arcade stick. Right out of the box, it's gonna feel good in the hands. It's nice and heavy, it's nice and sturdy, and that's kind of what you want. Unless you're a guy like me, where it's like, I carry my arcade stick around during these conferences, and I kind of want something a little bit lighter. I killed a man in self-defense the other day in Victrix, and I was there to witness you kill him. And when we go to court, I'm gonna say, nope, that did not happen. All right, the next one, the Hitbox. This is one a lot of my friends have gotten. They're a great company. I believe this Hitbox right here, it's $249. It is extremely light. I like how light it is. But I think this is a pretty good start when it comes to like, hey, I want to get into arcade sticks. I don't care about the design that I put on there. I just need a good Hitbox or a leverless controller. And I want to move from there. This reminds me of, saying Hitbox, it reminds me of Q-tips. Q-tips is the brand, or Band-Aids are just the brand, right? And so now anytime we make reference to a leverless controller, we call it a Hitbox, when really it's just a leverless controller. They do have that copywritten. But here it is. This is the one that I know a lot of my friends, they've gotten. And the experience that I have with this controller, or this arcade stick, is a lot of my friends that got this arcade stick had to replace the lever. They had to replace the lever. And I was like, I don't know about that. So right out the box, I'm not saying this arcade stick or this particular product isn't good, but right out of the box, the lever was not good. I know at least 3 or 4 people that have said the same thing, and my good friend that I work real closely with, he had to send this back in, and instead he ended up getting the regular Hitbox instead of the cross-up. And now this one, he has absolutely no complaints. It is a wonderful arcade stick, or leverless controller. There we go. So they took a couple of their arcade sticks, not a couple, but majority of their arcade sticks off the site. But again, they're forcing you into a direction and saying, hey, these are the arcade sticks that you should use if you want to use our products. However, you can go on eBay, and I'm pretty sure you can find some people reselling their arcade stick, their Hori Kai, and a couple other ones, that the Hori Pro. They have a lot of really good products there. But this is what they're selling now, and I think these are incredible products. It's just with these ones, this is the first time they've ever done it to make their arcade sticks feel a little cheap. All right, for the price that they are, majority of it is plastic. And look, this doesn't make any sense. For about $30 more, it's purple with Street Fighter on it, but it does the exact same thing as this one over here. It's like, oh, well, let me rephrase that. It has a little sound device in there so you can hear. But I mean, are we really playing our games, our fighting games specifically, and we're plugging right into the controller? I don't think we are. And of course, if you are a person that travels a lot, this one right here is a great arcade stick as well. I have this one for my Nintendo Switch, and it feels good for it to be that small. It feels good in the hands. I recommend it if you are travel a lot and you want to take that with you. And it's a nice little flex. I beat you with the baby arcade stick. That's a nice flex, I would say. But all right, so now moving on. The next one that we have here, and they're trying to get into the leverless space right now, is the Razer. I have nothing but good things. Like every time Razer introduces a new peripheral into the scene, they don't miss, right? But the catch is they're stupid expensive. Very similar to the Victrix. Very expensive arcade stick, but this is a good product right here. Their leverless arcade stick. It's really nice. I saw this at Evo, got to touch it a little bit. I wouldn't say squishy per se, but it doesn't feel the same as having some of the buttons that you like Sanwa. So you're not able to replace these buttons the same way you're able to replace the buttons on the Victrix or some of the other ones. In my opinion, the best way to go when it comes to getting your arcade stick is going DIY. And why is that? Because a lot of times with some of these other arcade sticks, you're gonna want to modify it in some form of fact. I haven't met a person that has gotten into arcade sticks or levers that haven't customized their arcade stick in some form or fashion. Or for that matter, hey, my arcade stick broke in some form or fashion and I need to fix it and I don't know how. Or I need to swap this out and need to swap that out. And I think the way to go is DIY. Junk Food is a great site to go to because they provide all the stuff you need right there on that site for their product. They have a leverless controller. They call it the Snack Box Mini or the Micro. Am I saying that right? The Micro, yes, Snack Box Micro. I'm sorry, it's not the Mini. The Mini is something else. But they've evolved as a company. I have the original Snack Box right here. Boom. I have the original Snack Box right here. This is where they started, and now their controller can fit in your back pocket. It's about this big, this wide. It can fit in your back pocket. And then in addition, and they always sell out. That's a crazy thing. They always sell out, and you're able to make artwork on this. You're able to change out the casing on it. There's a lot of customization you can do with this, and even they intentionally have their own buttons. Oh, here goes. Oh, here it is. This is the older versions of this. So and you can have a lever. They have lever versions you can see on the inside. That's their older versions of it. But where's the buttons? There's just a lot of options you can have with this particular thing. Oh, there it is. Here goes the accessory section. Boom. They have keycaps. They have different cases. They have their own PCB that you can replace. So they have the PlayStation 4 version, and then they have the PlayStation 5 version. They have cords. They have the key switches. They have a lot of great stuff on this site for your Snack Box Micro. And again, I think it's a great site to start your journey with your leverless controllers. This one right here is a good friend of mine. He's helped me get into the DIY and custom arcade stick scene. Great guy, Johnny Fraze, Clev Art, great guys, really, really good guys. And within their products that they have, they help you step by step with your DIY arcade sticks. They definitely do. They help you even go as far as doing designs for your arcade stick. So from top to bottom, they build out everything that you need for their stuff. Right now, they have the 4TW arcade stick. You can buy the case alone. You can get the foam cushions for that device. You can have full builds. Woo! Full builds for this device. You can have artwork and prints for this device. Oh, wow. They even have boards now. Wow. I did not know that. Wow. This is new to me. They have a lot of great stuff. They have spare parts, and then they got hoodies and stuff to go along with it. And again, this allows you to do whatever the heck you want with your arcade stick. You can sit here and go, all right, I like that I have a lever, but you know what? I don't think I like this particular layout of lever. I think I want the 6-God. This is the one for Street Fighter 6 specifically. It has been designed for Street Fighter 6. They have the all button layout for Street Fighter 6, and then they have he just has so much stuff on here to help you, and I don't think any other company is doing that right now, to where they have specific layouts for specific games. And I think that's just incredible that he's doing that for his community. I think that's really, really cool. But yeah, this is a guy, or this is a company that I definitely recommend. Johnny Fraze. .bigcartel.com. I'll put all these links in the description below. Great company. Make sure you check them out. The first site I want to introduce you to is this one right here. This is a wonderful site, Focus Attack. And the first place you want to go to that I recommend, the first area that I would recommend going to is the fight stick section. They have a lot of different things that you can use for your fight sticks. And one of the things that they have is plates for the fight sticks. They have a specialized fight sticks here that you can use in addition to that. And I'll let you guys look on that site all you want to. And we'll talk about customization a little bit later on another video about specifically what you need to get and how to customize your stuff. Well, we'll talk about that on another video. But customization is really, really easy to do. And put your arcade stick together, because everything's here. Whoa, server error? That's not what normally happens here. Let me click on it like this. It was a mistake. Boom. But they have all these buttons, all the colors that you can think of on this particular site. It's a wonderful site. I really enjoy going to this site. However, the only problem I have with Focus Attack typically is that they're pretty popular, so their stuff sells out really, really fast. So I typically don't go here first because I know how popular it is, right? But the site that's just as popular, and typically you will see them at a lot of your cons, is this site right here. This is Arcade Shock. Arcade Shock, they have all the devices that you can think of that we talked about previously. They're all on this site, and you can see them side by side and do price comparisons. And then they also have a pretty good help desk. If you reach out to them, 9 times out of 10, they'll respond back and talk to you back, right? Or at least at the con. But some of the stuff that they have, that Arcade Focus Attack don't have, they have here. So between the two sites, you might want to go between the two of them. So that you can get what you want and what you need for your device. If you have the patience to go through multiple sites to get your stuff. But they are officially licensed by Sanwa. I think both places are, but I know this one for sure. And again, they have a lot of stuff that you need. But this little device right here, this is called the Wingman. The Wingman. That's what you want right there. If you're like, yo, I got an older controller. I have an older controller. And I kind of don't want to get rid of my old controller. Get one of these. Get one of these and you'll be just fine. Sometimes you like the way it feels in your hands, and that's okay. That's okay. But this is another great site. Between those two, you should get everything you want. And then another really good one is Paradise Arcade. They are at a lot of the majors also. I think they have a lot of great stuff here. And like from top to bottom, you can build out your whole arcade stick here if you really wanted to. And I think the really cool thing about their site is they have a whole lot more cases, right? So you can get the case here, the arcade stick case, boom, 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 boom. And then from there, you can put whatever the heck you want to in that. And for that matter, 75 bucks for a case, I think that's pretty daggone good. Do not argue with me. That is really, really good that you can have a case for 75 bucks versus the $100 to $150 that a lot of cases are these days. That's a really good deal in my opinion. But they have a lot of really good stuff. This one, 90 bucks for this big, long, heavy one. Pause. I think that's a really good deal also. But this is a great site to go to. So between 1, 2, 3, Paradise Arcade, Arcade Shock, Focus Attack, those 3 sites are going to help you with your DIY projects. So in closing, I think, again, all in my opinion, I think the direction you should go in is going with a DIY arcade stick. Unless you already have an arcade stick of your own, and I would recommend the Wingman adapter. The DIY arcade sticks are probably your best option as far as upgrading the stuff that you have and getting the customization that you need as far as the way you want your arcade stick to look. You always can reach out to guys like myself and other people out there that are into that type of thing. You can join my Discord, you can reach out to me directly, or you can find me on Twitter at MDSoul, and I'll be more than glad to talk to you about how to put your arcade stick together. Now, does your DIY arcade stick or your more expensive arcade stick make you a better player? No, it doesn't. No different than wearing the right shoes on the basketball court doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be dunking on everybody, but it can help boost your confidence. Yeah, it can definitely help boost your confidence while playing, and that confidence boost sometimes is all you need to get the competitive edge over the person you're playing against. So that's what I believe. But yo, if you got questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Success and victory don't block what you face. And I will see you guys on the next time. Peace out.